Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you love nature and are passionate about how we can all make a difference in preserving our planet, you're in the right place. Today, we're counting down the top 10 cleanest countries in the world. And trust me, these nations aren't just pretty landscapes. They're leading the way when it comes to sustainability, eco-friendly policies, and really making a positive impact on our planet. So let's get into it. Let's kick things off with New Zealand, a country that's famous for its stunning natural beauty. We're talking about emerald green hills, crystal clear lakes, and towering mountains. But what really sets New Zealand apart is its fierce dedication to preserving all that beauty. The government has strict conservation laws in place to protect its native forests and wildlife. New Zealand also promotes ecotourism, encouraging visitors to explore its breathtaking nature without leaving a heavy carbon footprint. It's not just the natural scenery that stands out. The air quality here is incredible, and the country boasts some of the cleanest drinking water in the world. They have sustainability at the core of everything they do, from the agriculture industry to renewable energy, especially in terms of hydroelectric power. New Zealand's commitment to keeping its environment clean makes it one of the world's greenest and most pristine countries. Next up, we're heading to the heart of Europe, Austria. Known for its majestic mountains, alpine lakes, and charming cities like Vienna, Austria is another country that really takes environmental care to heart. Austrians are deeply passionate about sustainability, and the country is a shining example of eco-conscious living. Austria has some of the strictest environmental laws in Europe, from air and water quality standards to regulations on waste management. Recycling is a way of life here, with people recycling everything from paper to plastic and even organic waste. But it's not just about recycling. Austria is a leader in renewable energy, and the majority of its electricity comes from clean sources, including hydroelectric, solar, and wind power. In Vienna, you'll see how the city has prioritized green spaces, with an abundance of parks, tree-lined streets, and urban gardens that not only enhance the beauty of the city, but also improve the quality of life for residents. Austria's sustainable approach to both urban and rural areas makes it a true environmental role model. Now, let's talk about France, a country that's famous for its culture, cuisine, and art. But did you know it's also a major player in the environmental movement? France is making big strides when it comes to sustainability, and it's all rooted in a deep respect for nature. One of the key ways France keeps its environmental impact low through its focus on clean energy. Nearly 70% of the country's electricity is produced by nuclear power, which helps keep its carbon emissions significantly lower than many other industrialized nations. But France doesn't stop there. The country is actively working towards reducing plastic waste, cutting down on greenhouse gas emissions, and promoting the use of renewable energy. French cities, especially Paris, have introduced numerous green initiatives like bike-sharing programs, expanding public transport networks, and creating more pedestrian-friendly spaces. Paris is even known for its efforts to reduce pollution, with cleaner public transport options and green spaces throughout the city. France's commitment to sustainability is evident in both its national policies and in the day-to-day lifestyle of its people. Sweden is up next, and this country is a true environmental champion. What makes Sweden stand out is its incredible recycling efforts. They're so good at it that they've actually run out of waste to recycle. So now they import waste from other countries to convert into energy. Sweden has long been a leader in sustainability, and its citizens are all in when it comes to protecting the environment. Over half of Sweden's energy comes from renewable sources, especially hydroelectric and wind power. Sweden also has one of the world's most ambitious environmental goals, to be carbon neutral by 2045, they've made massive investments in clean energy. And Stockholm is often praised for its green living initiatives, with eco-friendly buildings, renewable energy projects, and a thriving bike culture. The Swedish government encourages a sustainable lifestyle, whether it's through offering tax incentives for electric cars, promoting energy-efficient home designs, or supporting innovative green technologies. Sweden is truly a role model for how a country can embrace environmental sustainability in every aspect of life. Luxembourg might be small in size, but it punches way above its weight when it comes to environmental progress. This tiny country has become a leader in green initiatives, and its commitment to sustainability is truly impressive. Luxembourg made history in 2020 by becoming the first country in the world to make all public transportation completely free. This move drastically reduced car traffic and helped improve air quality across the country. The government also has an ambitious plan to reduce its carbon footprint and increase its reliance on renewable energy sources. Urban planning in Luxembourg is focused on creating green, sustainable spaces that promote clean air and a better quality of life. With an emphasis on reducing emissions, encouraging electric vehicles, and prioritizing green energy, Luxembourg proves that even small countries can make a big impact when it comes to protecting the environment. Norway is an environmental superstar, and it's easy to see why. Not only does the country boast some of the most stunning natural landscapes on the planet, but it's also a global leader in environmental sustainability. Norway's electricity comes almost entirely from renewable energy sources, particularly hydropower, making it one of the cleanest energy producers in the world. The country has set ambitious goals to reduce emissions, and it's leading the charge when it comes to electric vehicles. Norway has one of the highest rates of electric car adoption, with electric vehicles accounting for over half of all new car sales in the country. The government offers generous incentives for EVs, like tax breaks and exemptions from tolls, to encourage even more people to switch to cleaner transportation. Beyond energy and transportation, Norway also works hard to protect its natural beauty, from its vast forests to its iconic fjords. Sustainability is truly a way of life in Norway. Next up is Finland, and if you've ever seen a picture of its serene lakes, endless forests, or the northern lights, you'll understand why this country is so committed to keeping its environment pristine. Finland has long been a leader in sustainable forestry, and they've developed some of the most advanced practices for maintaining the health of their vast forest. The country's air and water quality are consistently ranked among the best in the world, and the Finnish people are passionate about preserving nature. Finland has also been at the forefront of clean technology, with a strong emphasis on renewable energy sources like wind and solar power. Helsinki is one of the greenest cities in Europe, with over 30% of the city covered in parks and green spaces. Finland's government continues to invest in renewable energy and eco-friendly policies, all while keeping its stunning natural landscapes well preserved for future generations. Denmark is a true pioneer when it comes to environmental sustainability, and the country is making huge strides in green energy. Denmark is one of the world's largest producers of wind energy, and wind power supplies nearly half of the country's electricity. In addition to its focus on clean energy, Denmark has set an ambitious goal to be carbon neutral by 2050, and they're already well on their way to achieving it. Copenhagen, Denmark's capital, is often ranked as one of the world's greenest cities, thanks to its extensive cycling infrastructure, renewable energy projects, and efforts to reduce car traffic. Danish citizens embrace an eco-friendly lifestyle, and the government supports this by offering incentives for green technology and sustainable living practices. Denmark is proof that when a country is committed to green energy and reducing its carbon footprint, it can make a huge difference. Iceland's environmental efforts are nothing short of impressive. The country is powered almost entirely by renewable energy, primarily geothermal and hydropower, which means it has a minimal carbon footprint despite its small population. Iceland is also a global leader in environmental preservation, with strict regulations to protect its natural wonders, including glaciers, volcanoes, and hot springs. The Icelandic government has also invested heavily in making the country a model of clean energy, and its residents enjoy some of the cleanest air and water in the world. Iceland's commitment to sustainability extends to its tourism industry, where they focus on eco-friendly travel and minimizing the environmental impact of visitors. Iceland truly leads by example when it comes to balancing energy production, environmental preservation, and clean living. Switzerland, the cleanest country in the world. Known for its gorgeous mountains, pristine lakes, and crisp air, Switzerland takes environmental care to a whole new level. The country's commitment to environmental preservation is reflected in its strict laws on air and water quality, waste management, and recycling. Switzerland has an incredibly efficient public transportation system that helps reduce emissions, and its cities are full of green spaces, from parks to forests to community gardens. Recycling is a way of life here, and the Swiss are experts at reducing waste with a high rate of recycling and composting. The Swiss also embrace renewable energy, with a significant portion of the country's electricity coming from hydroelectric power. Switzerland is truly a leader in environmental care, and it sets the bar for the rest of the world when it comes to sustainability and eco-friendly living. So there you have it, the top 10 cleanest countries in the world. These countries show us that living sustainably is possible, and that protecting our planet doesn't have to be a compromise. If you were inspired by any of these nations and their commitment to the environment, let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more content on how we can all live greener, more sustainable lives. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.